There is a subtle yet major difference between outcomes and outputs. And that difference is so critical to understand as you are building agility in the way you plan with your business. For such a long time, I was trying to plan my business with outcome in mind, the final results that I wanted my business to produce. The number one outcome I wanted my business to produce was money and profit was one of the most important one. But there are also many other outcomes of my business. It took me a while to understand that uh, the despite the fact I was so focused on the outcomes, I could not control them. I thought I could, and sometimes maybe I got lucky. There was correlation between my productivity and the productivity of my team and our creativity and the relevance of our products and the outcomes of our business. There was correlation, but maybe not causation. And it took me a while to understand that really you can rarely really control all of the outcomes of your business. What you can control, on the other hand, are the outputs of your activities, whatever you engage in, and that's a mix of activities, mix of practices in your strategy, whether it's marketing practices or leadership practices, sales practices, operations practices. These are the things you can control. So when I plan my business on a yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily basis, what I plan for are the outputs that I can control. I can put out a certain numbers of content pieces a week, for instance. I can put out a certain number of client insights or deliverables, if you prefer this term. There are certain things that I can really now control, and because I know the process, because I've documented this process, I've done it so many times. I've built an expertise in my area of business strategy for professional services firms, and I've honed that and I focus on this. And since I let go of staring at the outcomes, oh, so interestingly, I see a stronger correlation between the outputs and the outcomes. And that's what you want in your business. So don't focus so much on the outcomes. Another reason why you don't want to you don't want to focus so much on the outcome is because you can't control them. Sometimes it's going to go up or down, and you're going to go through seasons or or times in your business journey that where those outcomes are really going to be not so great. You're not going to make a lot of money, or not a lot of clients are going to come to you. You're not going to generate leads, and so if you keep staring at these, you start worrying, and those worries don't bring anything. Worrying about poor outcomes doesn't fix anything. It does not help at all. However, what you can quickly do is change and tune into a different mental channel and focus on the outputs, the things that you can control, because since you have a higher degree of control over these, you will very likely be a lot happier about your productivity. And that, however, helps a lot with your business. It just helps with your mindset, with your heart set, with the way you feel, the way you engage with your team, with your clients, everyone in the market. Makes you more creative. It ups your energy. So that's a big it was a big aha the day I started to really understand and really integrate this. I think I can't remember exactly, but I think I had understood this a long time ago, but really seeing it in action in my different businesses was the aha for me throughout the course of my entrepreneurial journey. My goal with this video is to accelerate this process for you, is to save you time so that you come out of the state of overwhelm when it comes to planning, and you really make a difference between, again, the output goals that you put in your plan. Sorry, this direction, the output goals. I try to keep it right and left for you to clearly follow, but output goals, clearly differentiate output goals with outcome goals, and don't stare too much at these. If they're great, celebrate. But if they're not so great, don't let those outcomes get in the way of your inner narrative. Traditional business narrative tells you to always have a revenue goal. And sure, that's great. I do have a revenue goal. But more importantly, it's all about the outputs and the systems and the discipline and the rigor, the consistency, and the joy also you put in generating those outputs. So if it means reaching out to a certain number of clients, producing a certain number of pieces of content in terms of marketing, or working and creating new insights, new data, new client support systems, coming up with new offers. These are the outputs. These are the real metrics that you should really take into consideration first. All right. I hope this helps. And as always, feel free to comment and ask questions as we try to implement these kind of strategies. Thank you so much.